Morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. Another moment, another opportunity to reside in the open-hearted spaciousness of just awareness. Today will be a slightly shorter practice as I have to be somewhere else shortly afterwards. But in a sense, each moment is timeless. That is, the fullness is always available immediately, just by dropping into a mode of being. So in a sense, the time doesn't really matter too much. We'll bring attention to we'll bring attention to a few parts of the body this morning, or at least that will be the invitation. You might choose to sit or stand or lie down, just to adjust the posture slightly now. Kind of working of the soil in preparation for awareness. Which, as I said, doesn't really ever need any preparation. So choosing a posture that right now for you embodies something dignified and wakeful. Eyes open or closed. Tuning into the whole body in your own time. Points of contact. Breath. As you next breathe in, taking the awareness into the left foot. A broad awareness in the background, allowing whatever is here to be here as best you can. In the foreground, the left foot. Shining the light of awareness here. Toes, heel, sole, the top of the foot, exploring it from the inside. And then as you breathe out, letting go of the left foot, and taking attention to the left hand. Sensing more than thinking about the left hand, as far as that is possible right now. Opening to the direct sensations, the immediacy of the left hand in awareness, however subtle or strongly felt. Perhaps breathing into it and out from it. Breathing in vitality into the left hand and letting go of tension as you breathe out. Allowing everything else to be in the background. Left hand taking center stage. And then breathing out whenever you next do. Letting go of the left hand. Moving attention to the right foot. Right here. Receiving any and all sensations of the right foot, including a blank if there are no sensations at all at the moment. But if it feels like there aren't any at all, seeing if you can remain open to any arising sensations in each new moment. The mind wanders away as it does. We notice this. Perhaps briefly acknowledge where it has gone. Thought, emotion, sensation, impulse. Just a brief label if that's helpful. And then back to the right foot. To being here with the right foot. Not so much viewing it from afar as receiving it up close. Center stage of this open-hearted spaciousness. When you next breathe out, allowing the right foot to recede into the background of awareness, moving attention to the right hand. What's here? Temperature, contact, tingling, pulsating, numbness, heaviness, lightness, nothing at all maybe. Just looking curiously as best you can. Each time the mind wanders, we have the opportunity to bring it back, to water the seed of awareness when we do. Firmly, patiently, kindly, bringing the mind back to the right hand now, bathing it in awareness. Suffusing the right hand with this kind and gentle and curious interest that is awareness. In your own time now, perhaps expanding the spotlight of attention to include not only the right hand, but also the right foot. Both center stage, the felt experience of hand and foot, without needing to clear anything else that may or may not be here. For now, just foregrounding, right hand, right foot, allowing the attention to rest here, to reside here. Steadying and gathering so that you can turn towards whatever else you might like to turn towards following this practice. And then letting go of the right hand and the right foot, and allowing the left hand and the left foot to take center stage. Perhaps breathing into them and softening with the out-breath. Allowing the mind to reside in the body. And perhaps expanding the attention further still now to include the whole body once again. In whichever posture you find yourself. Embodied, dignified, grounded, aware, and together. Connected not just to the other people practicing with you in this moment, but to everything around you. Breathing the world in and breathing it out again. This poem by Jane Hirschfield is called On the Fifth Day. On the fifth day, the scientists who studied the rivers were forbidden to speak or to study the rivers. The scientists who studied the air were told not to speak of the air, and the ones who worked for the farmers were silenced, and the ones who worked for the bees. Someone from deep in the Badlands began posting facts. The facts were told not to speak and were taken away. The facts, surprised to be taken, were silent. Now it was only the rivers that spoke of the rivers, and only the wind that spoke of its bees, while the unpausing factual buds of the fruit trees continued to move toward their fruit. The silence spoke loudly of silence, and the rivers kept speaking of rivers, of boulders and air. Bound to gravity, earless and tongueless, the untested rivers kept speaking. Bus drivers, shelf stockers, code writers, machinists, accountants, lab techs, cellists kept speaking. They spoke the fifth day of silence. Thank you for being here and for practicing with me this morning. Wishing you a good day. I'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Take care.